Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Dagestani wrestler who was the longest reigning UFC lightweight champion in history, who also owns his own MMA promotion company and is a married man with 2 kids. Oh, and he also took Conor McGregor's soul. Khabib is someone I greatly respect, not only as a martial artist, but also as a man. Recently on this channel I've been talking about fictional masculine characters, so for a change I'm going to be talking about someone who actually exists in real life. If you like this sort of content, go ahead and subscribe and like the video and all that good stuff. It helps a lot, thanks. And without further ado, this is why men respect Khabib Nurmagomedov. A man is nothing without his values and beliefs. A strong set of values gives you direction and guidance on how to act. Khabib is unapologetically Muslim. In front of an Irish, McGregor-loving crowd, he yells,
"Alhamdulillah, I know you got this, they don't like this. Alhamdulillah, tomorrow night I'm gonna smash your boy, guys."
He does this to taunt them and to show that he is not ashamed of who he is. He's frequently seen wearing a papaka, aka the Dagestani hat, and is never afraid to speak about his values. There are multiple instances where speaking about what he thinks and believes has caused controversy.
Sometimes like people, when I say something, they don't agree with this, but who cares? I don't care, because I know I am right.
A masculine man does not change his beliefs to please any crowd. He is always true to himself regardless of his environment. After the meteoric rise of McGregor and his famous loud trash talking, many other fighters started doing the same, copying his dress sense and his persona.
Look at everybody up here. They're all dressed like me. They're all trying to talk like me. They're all trying to be me.
This was of course to copy his popularity as a fighter, but it was mostly cringe in my opinion. Khabib has always stayed true to himself. He has his values. He stayed humble and continued to show humility to his opponents, unless they didn't, of course. His popularity came from his skills as a fighter and his humble, respectful personality.
All the time we hear about like money and fame change people. No, when money and fame come, these 2 things show who you are,
If money and fame changes how you act, it means you are always acting as someone else to please others until you felt like you had permission to be yourself. If you need external things to validate your true self, then clearly you are not a man who has strong values. Stripped down from all your wealth, your luxury, your reputation and fame, who are you? Khabib has always spoken, dressed and acted the same before and after his fighting career success. His values and who he is as a person has remained constant. This is masculinity, not changing for other people, not changing because of your circumstances, but being an immovable object of solid values. This doesn't mean you shouldn't grow as a person, but your actions should stay consistent with your values and who you are. Khabib's purpose in life revolves around training and his Muslim faith. Of course he's retired now, so training has taken a back seat, but it's still no surprise that he destroyed everyone he fought in the UFC. When you're so tunnel visioned on your goals, success becomes inevitable. Even after all the success, becoming one of the most well-known fighters did not change him. It was Khabib's ability to stay tunnel visioned on his goals, his ability to ignore all distractions that made his journey to UFC champion so smooth. There have been fighters who have lost their spark by being distracted by the glitz and glamour of being an MMA superstar. It's common sentiment that Conor McGregor just isn't hungry enough for success anymore. He already has the money and the fame, so his drive just withered away. Others, like Jon Jones, constantly suffering from his personal demons with alcohol, drugs, and mistaking his wife for a sparring partner. Khabib, however, didn't let anything distract him from success. Being from Dagestan, he grew up living a very simple life and continues to do so, which is the perfect environment for a distraction-free, purposeful life. Khabib is a man of respect. People respect him and he respects others. One of the most wholesome things about him is his strong relationship with his parents. His father, Khabib Nurmagomedov, was his coach up until he passed away. After his McGregor fight, Khabib infamously jumped out of the cage to attack Dylan Dennis, a member of Conor's team. During the press conference afterwards, Khabib apologized for his actions, even though that little cunt Dylan deserved it. I suppose Khabib is a better man than I am. In the press conference, he states how his father was going to smash him for his behavior.
My father gonna smash when I go home because I know he's gonna smash me.
We can tell he knew his actions didn't represent how he was raised. And he also knew this behavior would disappoint his father, a man he greatly respects. Khabib fought one more time after his father passed away, at the request of his mother. Khabib is a man of respect because honestly, he just listens to his parents and respects them. His respect isn't limited to family. He shows incredible respect to his coach, Javier Mendez, who had nothing but good things to say about Khabib and the rest of the Dagestani boys.
Khabib's been with me for 10 years. Not one time has he ever really disrespected me. None of those guys have ever disrespected me.
Yes, this video is titled Why Men Respect Khabib, but this video wouldn't exist without the influence of Khabib's father, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib is a man who instilled strong values onto his children. He is a man who showed humility and respect to Conor McGregor by inviting him to have dinner with him even after all the bad blood between him and Khabib. He instilled discipline onto not only his children, but to all the fighters he trained, many of whom became world champions. Men respect Khabib because ultimately he was raised by a strong, masculine father in Khabib Nurmagomedov.